Oh, that's right, isn't it? Yep, that's the one. I like this as well. It's a cup holder, but if you flip that up, push it down, it's not there anymore. Put it there. Oh, oh fuck. There we go. Whee. Right, what's up guys? So today you join me from the driver's seat of a 2005 Saab 9.3 Estate. Now, this is a bit of a random one because, to be honest, I've never sat, driven, or even been in a Saab. So this was something I really wanted to sort of see what it's all about. Now, this is Mike's car. I've done his car previously on the channel, his 330 diesel BMW, but he decided to sell his BMW and he wanted to try something a little bit different. And this is different. I do not see anything on the internet review-wise. I've seen a couple of little bits and bobs on the internet, but nothing too in-depth about these cars. So this is why I wanted to grab it. Now this one is obviously the 9.3, it's the 2-litre turbo producing 210 brake horsepower from the factory, which I think is quite a hefty number considering this isn't, you know, a sporty car. First impressions with jumping in this car, well, I was really impressed with how comfy the seats were. And as I sort of got in, I fell into the car and you're sort of greeted by this fantastic leather and foam sort of combination. It really hugs your body. Very comfortable, very sort of supportive as well. It's got, you know, a bit of bolster action as well. That coupled with, you know, this really nice steering wheel actually. It's quite large, don't get me wrong. It feels a little bit bigger than other cars, but it's got a good feel, you've got a good position. The armrest itself, obviously I like a good armrest. Move backwards and forwards, which is always a massive bonus. You've got cup holders, you've got two cigarette lighters, you've got heated seats, which is pretty cool. You've got a couple of funny buttons up here. You've got this night panel button, which when you've got the lights on, you know, and you're driving along at night, you press it and everything else goes off, even the revs drop to nothing. The only light that's on and the only dial that's on is the speedo. So it completely cancels everything else out. So when you're on a motorway, you don't want everything sort of blinding you as you're driving along. It's also got sort of a boost gauge down here. So when you put your foot down, it goes up and down like that, show you boost pressure and stuff. That's a pretty cool little feature. But the cabin itself is very refined. There's not a lot of noise in here. You know, there's great seating positions and stuff that you can sort of get the seat into. You've got more than enough space for everyone in here. You've got, you know, you can happily sit, you know, 4, maybe 5 people, adults as well if you really wanted to. Obviously you can get your dog in the back as well that Mike does, with it being an estate. It's got a fantastic sound system as well. You've got 3 speakers at the top, you've got speakers in the doors and in the back doors, and then in the boot you've got speakers as well. But I do feel that there's a subwoofer somewhere as well. I can't quite pinpoint where it is. There's definitely something back there that's giving it a good kick once you're bouncing down the road with your tunes on. So a nice bit of stretch of road for us. Got our foot down. The boost. That's quite fast actually. It surprises you because the boost, there isn't a lot of lag, which is quite nice. You know, for a standard car, there shouldn't be a lot of lag in my opinion. But as you sort of drop your foot down, the boost sort of goes up as the revs goes up. So it sort of tops when you're sort of at your 3,000 RPM. It's at full boost and it's, you know, chattering along quite well. The car revs out to about 6,000 revs. So once you start getting around to 4, maybe 5, it really starts kicking up the pace. That sounds like it's coming from the speakers, the indicator. What a strange noise. So guys, here we are today. A little bit windy, a little bit overcast, but it's still quite warm, which is always good. So let's have a look around this Saab 9.3 Estate. Now, straight away, I quite like the look of these. Obviously, underneath we are really looking at a Vauxhall Vectra. If you pick away, you know, the bodywork and stuff, it has GM all over it. but I do quite like the look of these, and I think if you're going to buy a Vauxhall Vectra, I'd definitely rather have this, because just to me it looks a lot better. It says a lot more. You know, Saab I think is a better brand. To say, you know, I own a Saab is a bit more, you know, like an architect, rather than a Vauxhall Vectra, which is, you know, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Straight away, you've got your projector headlights at the front. Going down here, you've got little washer jets down there. I quite like the styling of the front. It's quite contemporary. It's quite a good looking car. I like the wheels, sort of the 5-spoke but 10-spoke coming out. 17-inch wheels. Gives it a good look. I think this is, you know, probably one of the best looking Saab sort of that I've seen, with the combination of the wheels and the black paint. But coming around, obviously he's repping the FYD sticker there, available on our shop, that is. Coming around the back, you've got these fantastic looking clear rear lights, which I'm quite a big fan of. Not Lexus style, which is good. You know, the whole Lexus IS sort of brought that in as a phase, but I quite like this sort of clear white look to the rear end. Coming around the back, just look in the boot quick, and you've got more than enough room for said dog. You've got this dog guard up here that came with this car. I think that's a 200 odd quid option, which is quite an expensive option, but obviously you'll be able to get them second hand these days. But there's more than enough room here for your dogs, but fantastic boot space in the back. Coming around, I think it's quite a contemporary looking car, you know. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to win any styling awards or anything, don't get me wrong, but it's not a bad looking car. And, you know, if the choice was given to you to have this or, you know, the Vauxhall Vectra of the same sort of age, I know what I'd rather be picking. So coming inside, and you're sort of greeted with, you know, some lovely seats, which I'm a huge fan of. They're very comfortable, got good support. A couple of things to note that I found a bit strange though. If we jump in the car, well, not necessarily strange, but just things that I've never seen before. Firstly, the key, which goes down here. It's an interesting place to put it, but obviously every time I get in, I'm going to take the key and put it here, which is just, you know, it's a random thing, but you would get used to it if it was your car. The second thing to note is the handbrake. Now obviously a conventional handbrake would have the button here, but this has the button underneath, which again, you know, if it was your daily you'd completely get it, but when I jumped in this I was like, what? Oh right, the button's underneath. But obviously as it goes down it sort of matches the other side, which is quite a good look. Obviously automatic, you've got your Tiptronic modes and stuff. Coming up you've got your heating, you've got your heated seats and stuff, but although you've got a cup holder down here, I like this one because it's very well, if you didn't know that was going to happen, it would probably hit you in the hand. So to push it back in, it's sort of it's a good idea. It's like quite a cool design, but it's a lot of over engineering, I think that is. So you've got to sort of get out of the way when it happens. Sound system's very good. You've got a little screen up here to tell you what's going on, and another screen up there. And obviously you've got your steering controls as well, which is always good. I do like a bit of steering control. And you've got cruise control as well, which is always good, which I like. I like cruise control. Also you've got folding mirrors as well, which is good. So it's a pretty well spec'd car in my opinion. And I think that's it. This is a well spec'd car, and I think, you know, the car is, you know, contemporary looking enough for you to get away with it for being, you know, a nicer car than what you paid for it. At the end of the day, these are cheap. These are bloody cheap now. And, you know, obviously mileage, this one's got 77,000 miles on it, and I think, you know, the price you bought it for was next to nothing, if I'm honest. And if you're in the market for one of these, I think, you know, they're readily available. There's a lot of them for sale, as I found out on Auto Trader. As we have a look, there is many for sale. Obviously, you know, price depending on, you know, mileage and stuff, but there's a lot of them on here. Even the new shape one there, 80,000 miles, huge spec. You could even buy a convertible one with 80,000 miles, 1.8 turbo, 05 plate, so you could love the summer sun in your Saab convertible. And I think that's what it's all about. These are cheap enough, they're readily available enough, so with the power, the space, you know, the comfiness of it all, and something a little bit different, you know, from your Vauxhall Vectras and all that other good stuff. Yeah, I think this is what I would pick, if I'm honest. So the boost gate's going. Look how fast it is. So that was what, second gear, and it revved out to, you know, 50-ish mile an hour. Obviously this isn't designed to be a sports car at all, but it's pretty nippy, and I do like the fact that although it's not trying to be fast, it is still pretty quick. That indicator noise is so random though, it's like coming through the speakers, I swear. So overall, what are my thoughts on this car? Well, now this channel is for everyone, and I wanted to feature this car because at the end of the day, I think this is exactly what people should be looking for. If you know, are a little bit more grown up than I am, if you know, want to put your dog in the back, put your kid in the back, all that sort of good stuff, you want something, you know, that's still got the power to, you know, make you smile sometimes. You know, the boost gauge and stuff's always a good little laugh, but something comfy enough so you can drive anywhere. It does everything it should, and the price is hilarious, really. You can buy them for next to nothing, and with that sort of power for this sort of price, with the amount of practicality, I think it's a good little buy. And I think, you know, if you're in the market for one, they're readily available. You can buy one at any sort of spec level you fancy. They do a 2.8 turbo after this one as well, which would be a damn sight faster as well, which would be pretty cool. So that's something to note. You know, if you wanted a bit more powerful one, they do a more powerful one as well. So guys, I hope you liked the video. Make sure you like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next video. Cheers guys. Turbo!